Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is my video of ejection number 5 out of 12 that I had in the Expedition League during the 2021 summer season. This is one of my 2 caps that I had. See the logo right there. This was my base cap. Okay. Okay. I filmed this close to 10:30, so I really didn't want to have too many lights on, but it's had 6 stitches, 6 rows of stitching. That's standard a lot of times for a baseball cap, but most most have 6, but then a lot of others, like my plate cap, which is in my closet right now, it has 4. So it's a shorter brim, it's a 2-inch brim. So when I have the mask over it, it fits better. Okay. So I just want to show you that. All right. We'll get into video number 5. Let's see. Okay. I need to share I need to make the screen bigger. Wait a second. Hold on. I should do this differently. I should do it the way I did it last time. There we go. I should do it this way right here. Okay. So first I gotta find this thing. I figured that. Go ahead and kind of let it go up. This is the 4th inning. Oh, my bad. 5th inning. Okay. 5th inning. I got that wrong. Sometimes I like to keep it organic. Everything happens as it goes along. Here we go. All right, let me get the volume up a little bit. Okay, so this is top of the 5th. This game is between the Surf Valley Saber Dogs out of Minot, North Dakota, and the Badlands Big Sticks out of Dickinson, North Dakota, which is where this game is being played. Nice field. It's got an artificial turf infield and a natural grass outfield. Second half of the season, I had a few games here. So I am on the bases. This is my first ejection video. I'm showing you where I'm on the bases. The other ones have been with me behind the plate. I'm on the bases here.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
So we'll watch a little bit of this. This is July 6th.
1 away, runner in
scoring position. Second base.
For the Saber Dogs. The Dogs are wearing their red jerseys today with gray pants and a red cap.
Might be this one right here, because I think it's like a
Big Sticks and white jerseys, white
Boston,
pants with a red and navy blue cap. The 2-2 to Breedwell, just misses strikes on tie-dye Big Sticks shirts. But a good crowd on hand, sticking it out here. Full count.
This is a good organization, the Big Sticks.
Minor sends one home, and it's fouled off parking lot. Season. Saber Dogs boost division right now in the second half by a half game. Full count pitch to Breedwell, slowing in the dirt. Now coming over to third, trying to take it. That's McGran, and he's called safe.
I call him safe.
Holy moly. I think McGran kind of got underneath the tag. That would be my guess. We got a replay here on Consolidated Channel 18. And I think the umpire is going to say that.
And so, essentially, what happened there was the ball got away from the catcher a little bit. He got up through the third, and play happened. And essentially, what I had here was, I mean, you can even look back at the play itself. It's
underneath the tag. That would be my guess.
Okay, you see here. So, third baseman there, he has the ball, and the runner is sliding in hands first. And hands first, if you don't know, that allows for the runner to be able to try to avoid a tag a little bit easier, or in fact, even a lot easier. All right, you see he's trying to get up, possibly avoid this tag. All right, you see there, and from here you can't really tell if he's tagged or not. Okay, can't tell.
We got
By now, even a couple, the frame beforehand, he was touching the base, so I had him that he did indeed get around the tag.
a replay here on Consolidated Channel 18.
And then I call him safe, and the third baseman. See, even though you see there, the third baseman's kind of walking toward me. I don't remember him walking that far, but I remember he was actually pretty cool about it. He asked did I have him get him up the tag? I said yeah, so he was fine. I didn't have an issue with him, but what I did have an issue with is you'll see right away.
Ran and he's called safe.
Right away, you see in the bottom part of your screen the manager of the team, and so this manager never attended any plate meetings, okay? And he's the manager of the team. By rule, the manager does not actually have to attend the plate meeting. It can be a designee, it was usually an assistant coach of some kind. But I usually like for the be the manager, especially in this case because this was the first game that me and my partner had at this ballpark with this home team. So I think in that case, you really want to have the manager out there. So this is the first time either of us are talking to this guy who's running out here right now, which I don't think that's the right way to do it. I also feel like he was petty at times in the future. This is the only this will end up being the only time I ever ejected him, but I possibly could have in some other times. He was a decent guy. Yeah, he was a good guy. I just felt like I was a manager. There were times he would come out to argue how I made a call, even though the call was correct. So, I don't know. But, he didn't even ask for time. He just came running out, which is something you definitely don't want to do. I mean, you're digging yourself a hole if you don't even ask for time before you cross that way.
Holy moly!
Because I just decided to go in and call time right there.
So he comes out. Grant kind of got underneath the tag. That would be
just tell me what you saw, which is pretty much the right way to start. That's pretty well the right way to start. I think that's good.
We got a replay here on Consolidated Channel.
Let's get the volume down.
Channel 18.
So he's talking right
and
there.
I think the umpire is going to say that McGran snuck his left hand onto the bag before Travis Ray placed a tag on him. They're still playing the replay here on Consolidated Channel 18.
Again, this is a couple years ago.
Watch it here. Oh, boy.
Well, I don't necessarily remember everything.
Wait.
I'll show a close-up here in a second.
Big Sticks head coach
he's
Billy
kind of frustrated with how I'm trying to explain it. And essentially, what was going on here was
this being a very fun conversation.
I told him
that
I had him getting around the tag.
Coach Tomlin's still talking to the field umpire.
He started asking.
I think the crowd in attendance is flabbergasted. I mean, they're just kind of sitting in stunned silence.
He started asking where the runner was tagged at. And given the fact that the runner was safe, where a tag may or may not be applied doesn't matter because the runner was safe on the base. That was my judgment. So that's pretty well what I told him. Saying it doesn't matter, and he kept getting frustrated because I wouldn't give him an answer to that. In reality, I didn't have one because as soon as I had him safe on the base, all I'm doing is making sure he stays on the base. I'm not laser focused on a tag anymore. But so he's walking away.
This is Coach Tomlin's still talking. McGran's still third base.
Walking away. He's walking away. Now he starts to turn around. This is what got him in trouble. He keeps on. And it ain't like he's just kind of Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what kind of attitude he has anyway, but he was still yelling stuff. I didn't know what he was saying. All I knew was he was saying stuff. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you're saying as long as, sometimes it could be a situation where you don't even be doing anything.
Blake
But
Breedwell walked.
keeps on.
And Coach Billy Tomlin gets tossed.
There you go. I end up running.
Coach Tomlin's going to head back out to the field umpire. Tossed.
So you can see my partner down there toward home plate. He starts walking toward him.
Coach Tomlin's going to head back out to the field umpire. That's every time I've seen Coach Tomlin get tossed, it's when he's walking away.
It comes back out.
So Coach,
I should have just started walking over there toward him so he wouldn't come as far, because when he's ejected or when anybody's ejected, you got to go. So, don't let him hang around longer. Go toward him so he's not coming as far, and then start walking toward the exit a little bit. So that way, if he's talking to you, then he's talking to you too close to the
Coach Tomlin's going to walk back out to the field umpire.
No, I'm trying to write the
Big Sticks manager Billy Tomlin has been tossed. And he is very animated here. Talking to the field umpire. Oh, boy.
see, that's what I was telling you. It doesn't matter.
The fans are yelling at Coach Tomlin to get his money's worth. Oh, boy. He's still going at it in the home plate.
Something I didn't know was I was doing too much hand movement. You don't really want to talk with your hands. That's what they call it, talking with your hands. You don't want to do that because then it conveys
the umpires had to come out and defend the field umpire. That's the second ejection of the season for Coach Tomlin. And he's talking to the home plate umpire now.
I understand that. I should have.
But a controversial call there at third base.
But now I know better, so it works out better. So I keep that in mind.
And Coach Tomlin's been tossed.
So
the Big Sticks fans giving him a round of applause here as he'll head out. There's one away here in the top of the fifth and runners on the corners.
Well, you got to get out. So that's about it. Let's see. Let me here. I'll read my ejection report. So, ejection July 6th. Interesting about this game. 2 days early on July 4th, and I actually made a YouTube video after that game. If you want to go back and find it. July 4th, 2021. But that day, I was in Pierre, South Dakota, and that was 4th of July, and they started the game a little earlier because there were going to be fireworks later that evening in the city. Because Pierre, South Dakota, even though it's the capital, it's not a large town. So that game in Pierre on the 4th of July, it was 105 degrees at the time of the game. So it's really hot. And then we drive up to Dickinson, North Dakota, which is just a few hours north, and on the western side of North Dakota rather than central South Dakota. And it was in the 50s. And, I mean, you see, if I back up a little bit, I was wearing my kind of a shell, kind of a cold weather thing. Well, I guess you couldn't see it, but if you go back, you'll see that that's what I was wearing. So, top of the fifth, following a safe call, third base. Manager left the dugout to discuss call me. Went off for a couple moments and began to retreat towards the dugout. While continuing to the dugout, he continued yelling to me. Okay? That's the thing. Once you turn around to go back, then, you're all right. When you start turning around and saying stuff as you're walking away, you're walking off thin ice. And so, got a point, he kept on doing it. So, okay, well, shoot. I ruined the game, came back over to my position, continued to explain what I already had. Partner told me I had to leave, and he left the field. So, that's about it for that one. So this is my first ejection I ever had when I was working the bases. I've since had some others. I had two. 4 others this season. 2, and they were all 4 of them were in pairs in the same game. So 2 were in the same game, and 2 of them were both in a different game. But I'll get into those later on. Let's see. Next will be ejection number 6, which will be one of those where I had a couple in one game. So let's see. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. All right. So it'll be next will be number 6. I might even do 6 and 7 in the same video since it's the same game. And I'll cover both of them. But that might be what I do. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. I hope y'all are enjoying these insights into my umpire experience in 2021. If there's other stuff you want to hear about from that season, or any experiences you want to hear about my Expedition League season, you want to hear about doing travel ball, you want to hear about doing high school ball. I've had high school postseason games. You want to hear again about my Publix experience, working at Publix. You want to hear all sorts of stories, really, ask, give me stuff, to make, because, I try to think of some good stuff, but y'all's ideas help me out. So, again, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and these Expedition League ejection videos, and I will see y'all next time.